Good evening and welcome parents, family, and friends to West High School's 88th commencement ceremony. Joining us on stage for today's ceremony are Dr. Jennifer Cheatham, the Superintendent of Madison Metropolitan School District. Mr. Alex Fralin, Chief of Schools of Secondary Education. Dean Loomis, member of the Madison Metropolitan School District Board of Education. Alumnus Dalia Mogahed, who will deliver our keynote address today. And your West High School principal, Dr. Karen Baran. At this time, please rise as the West High School Concert Choir performs our Star Spangled Banner. This will be followed by the procession of the senior class and honor marshals.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to West High School commencement for the class of 2018. Congratulations, graduates. Parents, family, friends, well-wishers, thank you. You have done an amazing job with these young men and women. They are smart, beautiful, kind-hearted, and deeply, deeply conscious of their role in addressing issues of social injustice and equity. I changed the bell schedule and I had a petition of 54 signatures the next day. Just the ring on the bell produced an organized approach with an advocate to come and tell me why the bell was wrong. As I said, these truly are amazing young men and women. Graduates, few moments in life are as seminal as a public recognition like high school graduation of your transition from child to adult. Even in this past year, I've seen the change. I've seen you grow in maturity, in confidence, in your capacity to drive and shape your own future. I was once told there are 3 C's in life: choice, change, and chance. As a high school graduate, you are now responsible for what happens next in your life. You are being asked to make individual and personal choice to take a chance on yourself if you want anything in life to change. And if you have to take a chance on yourself. You are your strongest asset. You are your greatest hidden power. You are the special sauce that makes you you. We are so excited that you were with us for the time we had with you, and we can't wait to see what you do in the greater world. Stand back, because here comes the class of 2018. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Susan Espy, class of 2018.
Hello, family, friends, faculty, and 2018 graduates. My name is Susie Espy, and I have the honor of introducing my friend, Catherine Walsh, someone who has been enthusiastic about West from the start. In July, before freshman year, Catherine set a countdown alarm for the first day of school. An alarm that went off 20 minutes into homeroom, and she has been disrupting class ever since. Just kidding, but she has maintained her energy and spirit for school throughout the past 4 years, participating in classroom discussions, to Irish dancing in the odd, to simply smiling in the hall. Catherine is successful in all she does. She was a national competitor in DECA, president of Model UN, and a state champion in speech and debate. Catherine is a 4-time varsity forensicator, and in this past fall, she earned a letter in cross country. And let's be honest, it wasn't for speed. However, her quick wit and love for puns makes her the best friend to turn to in an intense situation. From the moment I sat next to her in history, I realized that she was a pleasant person and one that I could always count on for her honest opinion. I am confident that in the future she will continue to befriend many and light up their lives. Thank you for lighting up ours. As our time at West High School comes to a close, Catherine still has a countdown alarm going, this time for the end of high school. Let's hope it doesn't go off in the middle of her speech. Please welcome Catherine Walsh.
I am terrified of being forgotten. Freshman year, some friends of mine almost forgot to pick me up for a movie that I had suggested. And just last week, I had a teacher forget that I was in their class. Okay, that one may have been commentary on my lack of attendance. The fear of being forgotten is very real. But over the last 4 years, I have felt like I truly belong, and my fear of being forgotten has changed to being afraid to forget, or forgetting the important things. I realized my fear of forgetting every time I was in the middle of a forensics competition and I couldn't remember a single word of the speech I had written. And every time I left my car in 2-hour parking and not all day. Realizing that our time at West High School has come to a close, there are some things I am not ready to forget. But there are some minor things that my brain can just let go of, like tripping upstairs, failing tests, bathrooms with no locks, and calculus in general. There are also some lessons that are too important to lose. I will not forget how much West has taught me beyond the classroom. Thanks to all of you, I know what it means to be a global citizen, a trusted ally, and a genuine friend. So you can forget about me standing up here, because I am not the class of 2018. Don't get me wrong, I hope one of those diplomas has my name on it, but I can only represent myself and share how honored I have been to be just one person in the class of 523. I never want to forget that almost 130 of this class completed school every day in their second language. I never will forget that over 200 of my classmates face economic hardship that tried to prevent them from being here today. I will never forget how lucky we have been to survive high school, in the most literal sense of the word. So forget about my personal anecdotes and attempts at relatable humor, but remember what brought you to this day. Remember to thank your parents. Without them, we would have nothing. Remember the teachers and staff that sparked your curiosity or led a heartfelt discussion. Remember the challenges that made you question who you were meant to be. Colombian author Gabriel Garcia Marquez said it best: "Recordar es fácil para quien tiene memoria. Olvidar es difícil para quien tiene corazón." Remembering is easy for anyone who has memory. Forgetting is difficult for those who have heart. Thank you, class of 2018, for giving me the greatest memories and filling my heart so that I will never forget.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Susie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the West High Concert Choir performing a song written by Maddie Cantor, class of 2018.
It's time to say goodbye to all the friends I've loved so dear. Wipe a tear from my eye.
now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Diana Murray to introduce our second student speakers, class of 2018.
Good afternoon, family, friends, and graduates, and welcome to the 2018 high school commencement ceremony. My name is Diana Murray, and I have the great privilege of introducing you to our speaker and my great friend, Zainab Nafid. For those of you who do not know Zainab, it is hard to summarize who she is in such a short time. Throughout the years, I have seen her grow into such a role model and voice for those who need it the most. From leading multiple walkouts, such as the Save Our Students Gun Law Reformation walkout, which rallied over 2,000 students, to the More Teachers of Color walkout, encouraging a more diverse teaching staff. She placed locally, statewide, and nationally for forensics, speech, and debate. Zainab has received the first title for the first African American woman to rank in the interscholastic tournament. I will never forget that day in middle school when we were asked what we wanted to be when we grow up. At the same time, Zainab and I both said president. There is no person I'd rather run against in 2040. Zainab, I can't wait to see all of the exciting things that you accomplish in the future. So without further ado, our speaker.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zainab Nafid, and we made it. Class of 2018, we made it all the way from the parking lot to the inside of the building. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm not. But in all seriousness, of course, I'd like to thank the parents and the teachers who put up with us on the Monday mornings and stood with us throughout the years, inspiring us to view life within our hands. Now, looking back, I see the journey that we have all made with one another. And in all honesty, when I sat down and I thought about ways how to write this speech, I became headstrong on the idea of making it perfect. Summarizing the past 4 years, how we've learned and grown into the people we are today, into a flawless 3-minute rant. And that is the exact opposite of what everything is about. See, the cliche thing is to say that we're all grown and have been given the correct tools to succeed in life. But that would be a lie. See, the reality is we're all imperfect. We make mistakes and keep making them. Yet we've spent the majority of our high school careers striving for the perfect ACT score, an enviable social life, and a flawless application. But I now see that what makes West one of my favorite places on earth are its imperfections. If you spend one day in a student's shoes at West, you'll see that mistakes are what make West great. Mistakes are what strive students to make change, such as leading walkouts and fighting for the Black Lives Matter movement. Mistakes are what energize the extraordinary student artists to push social boundaries and ask tough questions. And most importantly, mistakes are the one thing that remind us that in all our efforts, whatever they come to or don't, are how we meet the game of life each day. So, I hope you make mistakes. Take the wrong bus, run out of money, major in philosophy because there's absolutely no way to make a career out of that. Change your mind and change it again because nothing is permanent and you can make your future what you want it to be. So make as many mistakes as possible. May all your lives be filled with many successes, important discoveries, and endless happiness. Good luck, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to introduce the West High Concert Choir, this time performing a song composed by class of 2018 graduate, Mr. Zane Gruber Baruth. The talent represented by these students is just amazing. It's awe-inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the speaker who will introduce our guest speaker, Class of 2018, Kanan O'Day.
Hi, my name is Kanan O'Day. Throughout my lifetime, I have felt different, unfamiliar, or divergent to the crowd. And never would I have ever imagined having the opportunity to introduce this guest. This guest is not only special to me or anyone else who shares the same religious background. She is a representation of the pathway that many of us are aspiring to embark on as leaders upon our graduation. She was co-president of the sophomore class, co-funded an organization to raise awareness about African American history, and wrote for the West High newspaper. Last but not least, she considered herself a bad tennis player. Well, at least we're about to find out what she's stellar at. When she was 15, she stumbled upon a book in the library that would change her life. It was about an American civil rights leader that, to her surprise, shared her faith. Reading the autobiography of Malcolm X is how she proclaims going from a Muslim in America to being a Muslim American, because she had learned how her faith was part of the American story from day one. Now describing her discovery, most of us can admit we truly found who we are as individuals in high school. Her favorite class during her high school career was British history. I'm going to say it again. British history? Really? Let's talk more about that later. She was very academically oriented, finishing high school in 3 years. Why 3 years? The answer is always out of parents. Upon learning of her achievements and accomplishments, I was immersed with joy because we have had similar milestones. We've both immigrated to America at a young age, both ended up in Dearborn, Michigan, and oh, so much more. I'm excited and honored to be introducing Dahlia this afternoon. To brag, I'd like to give myself credit for being one of the few in the audience that is able to introduce her with an authentic pronunciation of her name. Class of 2018, make your applause loud and clear for Dahlia Mujahid.
Thank you so much. Can we give Kanan a round of applause for that very generous introduction? Amazing. I am absolutely thrilled to be here. I mean, truth is, I'm relieved when I pass through security and arrive anywhere I travel. But even aside from that, I was so moved to get that email inviting me to give the commencement address at my old high school. Class of 2018, you did it. You endured endless exams, homework, moving your car every 2 hours to be here today. You must be very proud. At this momentous occasion, I want to share with you one big idea that has helped me overcome fear and accomplish some of my biggest dreams. This idea, I hope this lesson is helpful to you as you start your new act in this play called life. Are you ready for it? Here it is. It's the simple shift in perspective from asking yourself, what do I want to get, to what would I like to give? Here's what I mean. Now, I give speeches for a living, but I have to admit, I have to be honest with you, I agonized over this one. For one thing, it's my first commencement address, and at my own school. What do I say at this venue on this occasion, an occasion that is so important to all of you and of incredible personal importance to me? How do I impart sagely wisdom and change all of your lives forever in 8 minutes? Every time I came up with an idea, it never felt clever enough, cool enough, impressive enough. So to try to get over my writer's block, I thought, when is the last time I felt this nervous about giving a talk? And I remembered how I felt before giving my TED Talk. Now, for anyone who isn't familiar, getting invited to give a TED Talk on the main stage is on many people's bucket lists. It certainly was on mine. You join Nobel Prize-winning scientists, celebrities, and best-selling authors on stage to share ideas worth spreading. Naturally, I felt completely unqualified. You stand on this big red circle on a stage by yourself under a spotlight, speaking to a room full of important, famous people. I actually saw Steven Spielberg and Harrison Ford in the audience when I was giving my talk. Then your talk is put online for millions of people to see. So, no pressure. And as if that weren't enough, the stakes for me were so high because I was asked to talk about representing others who weren't being given the same privileged platform. I was asked to speak about being an American of the Islamic faith in 2016, during a campaign season where my community, along with many other communities, were being scapegoated and demonized in unprecedented ways. I was using my personal story to give other people a voice, and the weight of that responsibility felt almost crippling. And so I was absolutely terrified. I wrote and rewrote my speech right up to when I was on the plane flying from DC to Vancouver. I agonized over every word. I practiced and rehearsed and cried and rehearsed. I pretty much bombed the dress rehearsal. Now, that's just a figure of speech for anyone who is getting nervous. That just means I did really bad. And so I spent the night before, after the dress rehearsal, practicing endlessly. And finally, there was no more time to prepare. The day had come, and I was sitting in the auditorium at my session, watching the speakers who were going before me, observing the audience. There was a room, much like this one, full of CEOs and movie stars. How could I possibly impress them? What was I even doing there? So sitting there, waiting for my name to be called, I recited a prayer from the Quran that I always say before speaking. It is believed to be what Moses said before he met Pharaoh and his magicians. Another pretty intimidating audience. And the prayer goes something like this: My Lord, expand my breath, ease my affairs, untie my tongue, so they may understand my words. It then hit me as I said this familiar prayer. Moses didn't pray for eloquence. He didn't pray to impress anybody. He simply prayed to be understood. He was concerned about giving his audience the gift of truth in a way they could receive it, not taking from them admiration or being a celebrity. And that is how he was able to address the most powerful man in Egypt, possibly the entire world at the time. I wasn't there to get my audience's admiration. I wasn't there to take from them. I wasn't there to impress them. I was there to give them the gift of a new idea. If my goal was there to get their approval or acceptance, I would not have been able to take the stage. I would have literally been frozen. But when I changed my mindset, I was able to share my story. Now, I won't claim that all my anxiety went away, because it didn't. But it did become manageable. I actually started to feel excited about what I could share. So they introduced my name, and with my heart beating a mile a minute, I took the stage and began to speak. If you watch the video, you can hear the trembling in my voice as I began. But I got stronger as I went on. And then, to my amazement, they began to clap as I built my argument. And finally, at the end, this auditorium of unbelievably accomplished people gave me a standing ovation. 2 years later, I still get letters from people who've seen my talk that's been viewed more than 2.5 million times, including the one that invited me to give this address today, after seeing this same TED Talk. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't changed the question I asked myself. From what do I want to get to what do I have to give? This change in perspective will transform how you see the world. It will transform your relationships. It will transform your work. Have you ever felt afraid before giving someone a gift? Probably not so much. Most of us are really excited when we're about to give someone a present that we picked out that we think is amazing. But have you ever felt scared when you're asking for something? Have you ever felt afraid of rejection? Afraid of not being impressive enough? Fear of rejection can hold us back from some of our greatest accomplishments, just as it almost did when I was trying to give a TED Talk. But shifting our focus from what we want to get to what we have to give makes us courageous. So as you celebrate your high school graduation by crossing the stage, know that you are the main protagonist on the stage of your life. You decide what questions to pose and what perspective to take. Instead of asking what you want to get, ask yourself, what gift do I want to give to the world? Your audience is waiting. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for 4 long years. Class of 2018, as principal of Madison West High School, I certify that the students sitting here today have met the graduation requirements set forth by the Madison Metropolitan School District. And together, they form the class of 2018. Yes. It's real. And at this time, we will award diplomas to each student sitting in front of us. We will begin on stage left with students whose names begin with an A through L. Thank you all.
Puspa Devi Asharia. Jack Adams. Sam Afatati. Edwin Aguirre. Lisa Alarcón Cuevas. Aaron Albin. Sasha Allen. Leona Katrina Allen Chat. Dory Amial Figueroa. Jonah Anderson. Emma Maria Andreasen. Eric Armenta Carapia. Jacob Armstrong. Maxwell Armstrong. Robert Stephen Ashley. Davian Montrell Balsowitz. Naya Bannock. Stacy Lynn Barabas. Seamus Berry. Isabel Bartholomew. Marta Barton. Ali Burin Bashir. Tristan Bauer. Stacy Bautista. Lauren Bayouth. Ricardo Mateo Bear. Easton Bednarik. Maya Bailing. Duncan Belkey. Alexander Balayev. Ziamara Bello. Ariel Benami. Charles Benferrado. Juliana Rose Bennett. Nina Basil. Elizabeth Marie Bogan. Alex Boehm. Hannah Bowen. Deshawn D'Angelo Boyd. Benjamin Bradley. Jasmine Lynette Bradley. Andre Braganza. Hannah Brakarsh. Sander Breitzma. Caleb Lee Brayman. Anaya Brown Terry. Asasia Denaya. Bruce. Quinn Dominic Buckner. Kalpana Budathoki. Adam Michael Buencamino. James Quinn Burgess. Fernando Jose Burgos. Nathan Burkholder. Gabriel Bustamante. Jimena Gabriela Kaibasha Gaira. Oscar Cabrera Luna. Reggie Uenenchi Kai. Griffin Callan. Claire Cambray. Brittany Ray Campbell. Yolanda Candela. Rose Capistrant. Kate Carlson. Maxwell Carlson Dakes. Anders Carlson. Corinne Casey. Noah John Casey. Xochitl Castro. Guadalupe Serpa Bastida. Anthony Chambers. Piper Chance. Ryan Chandler. Pahua Chang. Russell Chang. Sean Jang Chang. Daniel Childress. Raul Sebastian Chiru. Owen Christensen. Nina Maria Cicero Souls. Trinity Marie Clark. Max Cohen. Aiden Conklin. Hannah Connor. Julia Connor Dieter. Claire Connolly. Xavier Weston Cook Gethers. Robert Cooper. Kaylee Cordero. Samuel James Kramer. Juliana Cranley. Owen Cranley. Lucas Crawford. Sebastian Cruz Elizalde. Caden Kirky. Charles Cutting. Ephraim Dawit Dana. Richard Daniel. Daisy Daniel Cocconi. Richard Joseph Daniels. DeAndre Davis. Jaquavia Davis. Mary Deck. Henry Deegan. Natalia Del Rio. Alexander Deshane. Gabriel Devereaux Weber. Brad Coven Diaz. Adam Alexander Dorn Jones. Tessa Noel Doty. Olivia Rose Silverman Dregney. Dana Dykstra. Imayu Adare Salasi. Hayden Elkins Ofsted. Devin Elliott. Sophie Engberts. Andrew Erickson. Susan Esby. Jack Fain. Nora Miriam Fader Johnson. Anna Feldman. Matthew Lung Fernandez. Ariana Figueroa. Ruthann Fury. Kira Jean Fisher. Monica Flores Otero. Laura Flores Cortez. Omar Flores Cortez. Nicholas Flores Sanchez. Elsa Catherine Forberger. Liam Forrest. Anna Bingua Franklin. Anne Laura Maria Frascona. Ezra Ray Freeman. Brian Friend. Austin Frings. Ronnie Raja Fudge. Dean Furman. Abigail Gard. Quinlan Gallagher. Janisha Gambino. Carlos Garcia. Corelli Aurora Garcia. Carla Garcia. Shayante Garrett. Kieran Garvey. Logan Elizabeth Geisking. Ariana Sarah Garby. Georgia Gober. Amara Goberman. Duncan Godin. Aviv Goldman. Abigail Goldman Nagel. Mangali Maya Gomden. Karen Alejandra Gonzalez Espinoza. Henry Vladimir Gottschalk. Alejandra Grande. Hans Joseph Granroth. Paulo Grattan. Ella Greenhall. Kurt Grimmer. Zane Gruber Baruth. David Grunder. Ian Grunder. Anna Grutzner. Neki Gurung. John Gutneck. Ethan Ha. Vivian Hacker. Andrew Robert Ham. Jasmonique Hanger. Connor Hansen. Jacob Harnish. Ellison Harris. Ciara Renee Hart. Devon Nathaniel Hawthorne. Aaron Hayhurst. Hunji Haynes. James Heggie. Elliot Held. Latae Monea Hennings Carter. Naomi Sarah Herbsman. Andre Hermes. Itzel Hernandez. Enrique Herrera. Magnolia Hickman. Moon Hymas. Adrian Hodgson. Nicole Elizabeth Hollab. Jacob Horton. Samuel Hoyt. Charles Hua. Connor Huey. Eleanor Rachel Hewlin. Lucas Imboden. Serenity Jackson Branch. Daniel Allen Jacobs. Joel Patricio Jaramillo. Alistair Jarding. Fatumata Jawo. Isatu Jang. Michael Germain. Orion Houston Jetzer. Angela Jiang. Han Ying Jiang. Briante Deshay Johnson. Amaya Nishay Jones. Caleb Judge. Phoenix Shen Kahlo. Ellie Kaji. Tenzin Calden. Madeline Cantor. Daphne Quinn Karofsky. Nina Keller. Rylan Ruby Kennedy. Nicholas Kiernan. Janae Kagea. Daniel Kim. Jun Seong Kim. Oksana Kindiuk. Gustav Klockner. Nicholas Dalton Klubertans. Bridget Knight. Hannah Cole. Joseph Kraus. Anna Krause. Elizabeth M. Labor. Owen Porter Ladd. Matthew J. LaLuzerne. Riley W. Lanham. Kevin Jose Lanuza. Elena Lara. Sam Leroy. Takesha Florence Larry. Pavlik P. Laska. Liam A. Lawless. Milagros M. Ledesma. Ho-Ming Lee McVie. Malia Elizabeth Leader. Eris Liminis. Maxwell J. Leff Lerner. Annika June Leamer. Aaron T. Letcher. Jason Houghton Learn. Allison T. Layer. Owen F.S. Lillet. Elizabeth Wan Yi Lu. Ian Bilger Lotus. Emily Ann Loeffler. Sandra Virgen. Mylor Lore. Yi Lore. Samuel H. Loving. Levi N. Lowe. Aldone S. Lumani. Casper Philip Lupa. Carmen Lee Lynch. Jordan Elizabeth Maas. Molida Sachana Ma'am. David Simon Maravilla. David Simone Maravilla. Sophia K. Marquardt. Sean M. Marquardt. Andrea Elizabeth Martinez Segura. Melissa G. Marvel. Jennifer V. Mauricio Perez. Deborah Grace May.
Yes, Deborah!
Ryan George McAlevey. Kira Rose McAllister.
Yes, Kira!
Maya Ching McAuliffe Schroeder. Antoinette Christine McLean. Brianna C. McClary. Eamon P. McGuigan. Gwyn McKechnie. Ariel Macato Chantes. Roberto Medina Flores. Brenda Lisbeth Mercado. Cameron Merline. Charles Michael Met. Ángel Raciel Mayo Cartujano. Brianna N. Milligan. Mike. Chloe Peace Mitro. Michaela Kinoni Regina Mobley. Maxwell A. Morganson. Claire Sophie Mooney. Nicholas D. Moore Barbosa. Kevin Alejandro Moreno Rivas. Sherelle Tanae Moyer. Jackson Grandinay Mozena. Carl G. Minch. Max Andreas Mueller. Danielle Munguia. Diana Murray. Jasper Murray. Jacob Francis Myers. Zinab Nafid. Dina L. Nava. Luz Maria Navarrete. Hannah Neidig. Signe H. Nedham. Matthew Wynn Nuwanchinda. Laura Nicholas. Maya Noreen Nichki Alonso. Maria Novichkov. Olivia O'Day. Calvin David O'Donnell. Edward Donovan O'Flaherty. Nomi Nwaka Eseza Obuse. Kanan O'Day. Alexander T. Okelue. Jason R. Oliveira. Aaron Rondini Osterberg. Delanis Annette Pacheco. Diego V. Parker. Valendis Sierra Payne. Jaquan M. Pearson. Riley Quinn Penagore. Madeline Perez. Vincent J. Person. Abigail Marie Peterson. Brent Petrakowski. Brett Petrakowski. Janicia Simone Petaway. Isabella Pezwa. Did I say her name wrong? Henry Patrick Fow. Nicole A. Fund. Anasia L. Phillips. Nimi A. Phillips. Alexander D. Poland. Clara E. Porter. Aiden Ellis Powers. Matthew Powers. Avery Olivia Pruitt. Kimberly Pooh. Colin James Polkrabeck. Josephine H. Putnam. Myra C. Puyo. Rose K. Quinlan. Sean G. Quinn. Priya Rit Rademacher. Max Radowitz. Susila Rai. Alba Rakatsoli. Adrian R. G. Ralser. Siddharth V. Raman. Laura Ramirez Rivera. Rostin Luffler Rastiger. Sophia Redden. Genevieve Redston. Erin Helen Reed. John M. Reed. Shelby R. Reinkober. Pamela Reyes. Mason Bradley Radons. Lanelle Richardson. Trevor W. Richardson. Christian M. Rickman. DeMarco Richmond. Fritz S. Ringler. Alan Rios. Lisbeth Rivera Gomez. Bailey Rivera Borges. Ramsey Van Eck Robbins. Austin C. Robinson. Have Salvador Rodriguez. Eric Rojas Morales. Jose Patricio Rojas Muñoz. Geraldine M. Romero. Osvaldo Romero. Alex J. Rouse. Lydia M. Rudolph. Alejandro R. Ruiz. Julissa Guadalupe Ruiz Sanchez. Stella Rumble. Nimansata Sanyan. Armin N. Sarda. Theodore L. Shekel. Nicole D. Schiavo. Zoe Celeste G. Schneeberger. Kirsten Schaff. Kira I. Shukar. Logan Schultz. Zoe A. Sabranek. Benjamin F. Selgi. Deontay Soroy. Brandon Ty Seth. Benjamin Sewell. Keyshawn A. Shanklin. Anand Shatal. Christina Shirley. Ariana J. Schlimovitz. Shreya Shrestha. Riley R. Shumway. Wen C. David Seidel. Not Sarah. Not Sarah? No. Artemis Siddiqman. Devin Sieben. Trajan Siller. Santiago Silva Macias. Sage Simpson. Samuel Sines. Deepshika Singh. Noah Sol Gonzalez Sleeman. Easton M. Smith. Abby N. Somberg. Elijah Kenneth Sorensen. Destiny Sparks. Joseph Spencer. Lucas Stanley. Jacob T. Steidel. Jaden J. Stevens. Luke T. Strauss. Wolfgang A. Stieber. Nisha S. Stukel. Arjun Stuba. Danan J. Suva. Rhiannon Marie Sullivan. Jahan Daniel Sumiarta. Levi M. Sverin. Lucas Taglia. David Tamayo Morales. Kevin K. D. Tan. Tatiana Tandias. Vin Duke Tang. Kevin L. Thayer. Marissa Nicole Teal. Brandon T. Phil. Damari L. Thomas. Ariana R. Thomas. Benjamin Thompson. Devin Thompson. Destiny Y. Thompson. Jorge Clawell. Jonathan Platoa. Shay Topo. Carla Xiomara Torres. Dulce R. Torres Manzanares. Mohammed Trawali. Nicole Ugalde Rodea. William B. Umhafer. Grace Upham. George Oshira Vang. Jamie Vanna. Kieran R. Varma. Fernando Villanueva. Guadalupe Villanueva. Darius Vogel. Andrei Vorontsov. Eli Simeon Wall. Sebastian A. Walker. Catherine Walsh. Janetta Walters. Armani J. Warfield. Desmond L. Watkins. Lane M. Weaver. Asia A. Weiss. Carrie R. Weiss. Lucas Hines Wellenstein. Ryan M. Wenland. Daniel Went. Ray Went. Maya J. Whitaker Long. Drew K. White. Luke R. Willauer. Cecilia G. Williamson. Dariana L. Wilson. Emily Ray Wilson. Michael J. Winston. Brendan M. Wishoff. Sophie Grace Wisdom. Samuel P. Wittenweiler. Jack James Walliger. Peter Woods. Declan Wyman Smith. Jasmine Zhang. Magnolia Shong. Oliver J. Yackel. Stacy Anton Yeager. Dennis Dirk Yan. Sharon Yan. Aaron T. Yang. Alicia S. Yang. Paxton C. Yang. Yayua Juliet Yang. Zua Pa Yang. Alexander D. Yin. Ardian Putra Udawan. August J. Zeiss. Luis J. Sitlato. Eve Zweifel.
Will the class of 2018 of Madison West High School please stand? this time, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
For DVD copies of this program, go to mmsd.tv and click on Video Order Form.